Steve, and I'm joined today by Senior Pastor Ken Woods, my boss, and he's going to talk to us a little bit today about youth ministry, his experiences with youth ministry, and some of the things that he got out of youth ministry, being a youth pastor, and some of the things that he's seen in youth ministry that he still sees today in youth.
Well, let me start with when did I start youth ministry? When I was in actually high school. My senior year, I had a pretty strong walk with God, and people knew I was different because of God, and I refused to compromise on godly issues. And into college, I didn't look for a Bible study, but people just started showing up in my room, and we had Bible studies at night, and then into youth ministry with a Methodist church for many, many years, and then God called us out of there to another youth ministry for 9 years, so I suppose 20 years. 20 years of youth ministry in my background. So
what do you think, Pastor Ken, what do you think some of the biggest struggles that you've seen in youth ministry as being a youth pastor and doing it for almost 20 years, that you can give some of the youth pastors out there watching this video some kind of guidance?
Up through my teen years, of course, you get some raging hormones, and you know what, God designs it that way. I mean, he actually, sex is not a bad thing, it's a God thing, God created it. However, the devil likes to make it an evil thing, and you mention the word sex and everyone their face gets red, and it's an embarrassing issue for some people. That's only because the devil makes it dirty, and God did not intend for it to be dirty. And I would counsel people, save your virginity, wait. God has someone special for you, and they're afraid that they won't have experience, and all through the Bible, you look back through the Bible, and thousands of years ago, sex is still sex. Nothing's, they just might have some, the results are all the same, and that's what I told them. But that was one of the big issues, and even today, I hear you teach, and I see what you do, and I'm hearing the same thing again and again, and they're afraid that they won't fit in, they won't, but it's all bottom line is it's a compromise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think whether or not people understand this or not, that you being a senior pastor now, you still deal with problems, and you deal with the same problems that maybe the teenagers are facing, but on a greater magnitude.
What I see are the consequences of those decisions, because now our church has a lot of broken homes, we have a lot of single moms, we have a lot of single dads, we have a lot of people who come to our church who actually work in that field of broken homes, and they have a lot of orphan children, and it's sad because of choices that were made when people were in their late teens, early 20s. We have a couple people that wrestle with, because they missed out on their teenage years. They fathered a child, or they were the mother to a child in their teenage years, and they missed out on sports, they missed out on things that teenagers get to do when they don't have a child, and a child is a huge responsibility. They see the fun and the excitement in the act, but they don't see the consequences to those actions. So
in a way, I'm getting this from you. A lot of people preach abstinence, they preach that, safe sex. I mean, this is, the world's perspective.
Yes.
But you're saying also that, look, enjoy your childhood, enjoy your teen years, enjoy the fact that, look, at this time in your life, you're supposed to enjoy sports and other scenarios, hanging out with friends, just coming and going as you please. Sex is more consequences than just a good time in an hour's time or whatever. There's a lot more to it.
Or a minute.
Or a minute, yeah.
Let's face it. I was told, I've only had Pastor Linda, who's been the only woman I've ever been with, and that's the way God said it was to be. And I know, they made games out of it at college. The guys had games, and they were keeping track of how many girls they could get. And now I talk to one of my best friends. He's married, and they have a great family, a close relationship with his wife. But now all those relationships haunt him, and they haunt his wife as well. It's a struggle, something that they're going to struggle through, unfortunately, I believe, the rest of their life, because of the relationships that they had in the past. And it is a haunting. You form a soul tie with those people that you have an intimate relationship with, and it's something that's going to haunt you, that you're going to have to try to put out of your put out of your mind somehow. And the devil's good about bringing up your past. You know, yeah, but you did this, and yeah, but you did that, and you're not worthy for this, and you're not worthy. You know, none of us are worthy without the blood of Jesus Christ and His forgiveness. And what's cool is, and I tell him, you know, the thing about God is when you ask Him for forgiveness, He forgives as far as the east is from the west. He remembers it no more. So if you're having things come up from the past and things you're constantly being reminded about the sins and the mistakes that you made, that's the devil talking to you. Tell him to shut up. Tell him to shut up, because God remembers that sin no more.
Well, that's awesome, and this is what Real to Real Ministries is all about: dealing with real teens, real problems, real solutions. Pastor Ken, I want to thank you for your time. Absolutely. I know that you're busy. But also, if you guys want to check it out on the web, you'll see the link on the video. You'll also see it to the side postings if you're watching on YouTube. www.shiloh-ministries.com. You can also pick up Pastor Ken and Pastor Linda's services on iTunes. Just click on the link on the website, and you can download some of the many teachings that they have along with the other pastors of the church. Again, this has been Real to Real Ministries, and I'm Pastor Steve, and we'll talk to you later.